Alright guys, so we're live on Offer TV on YouTube and with the first ever episode of The Hard Truth. So with The Hard Truth, Charlie, we talk on our mind on current issues where they happen for Ghana. So this place, we don't have anything like as in speaking specific language. We can speak English, we can speak Chi, we can speak PG, anything that goes for our people to get to know or understand what we're trying to say. And today I'm here with my big boss, Isaac Donko, distinguished, yes. So he's a journalist with Modern Ghana News. Yes, he writes for Modern Ghana too as well, and also a fellow of the NGI, Investigative Journalism Fellowship with the Fourth Estate and also the Media Foundation for West Africa. So he's going to be my guest on the show for today. And today we'll be discussing what's really trended in Parliament, which is, I don't know if the NDC is the minority or the MPP still the majority. We don't know what to say. He's here. He's going to give us more details in this. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you too for having me here.
Okay, so like I said, I have Isaac with me here. I'm also Isaac, so today is going to be an I-Square thing. I'd like to say a very big thank you to Enigma Sports Bar for this opportunity, giving us this opportunity to shoot in their premises. Enigma is located inside OUB, just at the OUB Junction. When you get out of OUB Junction, just see Enigma. A very nice place. Just if you want to have fun, just be there. So quickly, like I said, later this week, Speaker, or let's say Honorable Agban Bagbin, declaring 4 seats in Parliament House vacant. So Isaac will give us more details. Then we delve into it and speak more about it. So like I said, here we talk on our mind. We talk to fact checks issues right here on the Hard Truth. So Isaac, can you brief us what happened at the Parliament House this week?
All right, so thank you very much for watching this very episode of The Hard Truth. Like my boss said, there's been a development in Parliament, a huge development at that, and I see it to be funny and dangerous in one, because it happened before and it happened again. People have been sharing their thoughts about it, and there's been a huge debate in town concerning this particular thing. What is it about? I think that is the question you are asking yourself. The speaker on Thursday declared 4 seats vacant, and the seats are the Amenfi Central seat, which was held by the Honorable Peter Yaopachi Aka in the Western region. He came to Parliament on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress. And then there are groundwork seats in the Central region, which was held by Honorable Cynthia Mamley Morrison. And also the seat belonging to Kojo Asante of Suhum in the Eastern region. He came in Parliament on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. And one very interesting one, it has happened twice, 2 in a row. That is the one for Fomina, Honorable Andrew Esiama Amaku, who came to Parliament as an independent candidate. Now, this is what has been happening. The independent candidate used to be a member of Parliament for NPP in the last term of Parliament. So he thought he's been cheated in Parliament. NPP felt aggrieved. They felt betrayed by their member. So they wrote to the then Speaker of Parliament, which was Professor Aaron Michael Quay, that he's no more a member of their party. And by so doing, his seat should be declared vacant. Speaker then the party cited Article 97 subsection 1 clause J and H of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. And it reads, a member of Parliament shall vacate his seat in Parliament. And the G says, if if he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to Parliament to join another party, or seeks to remain in Parliament as an independent member. And the H says, or if he was elected a member of Parliament as an independent candidate and joins a political party. So which means that if I am elected on the ticket of the NDC, and I go to Parliament and I decide that I will join the NPP, automatically the law says I vacate my seat. My seat has to be declared vacant for a by-election to be held. But before a by-election to be held, a number of factors come into play. It needs to be not less than 3 months to an election. So in this instance, there wouldn't be any by-election. And for the Amenfi Central and the others, they came to Parliament on some particular parties. Amenfi Central, like I said, came on the ticket of the NDC. He's now going independent. And then the NPP one for Aguna West, Cynthia Morrison is going independent. And Suhum NPP is also going independent. So the speaker, with his understanding of this article, thinks they have betrayed their party, or they no longer hold allegiance to the party with which they came to parliament.
Okay.
So their seat needs to be vacant.
Let's go back to the Speaker of Parliament, which is Alban Bagbek. Yes, so looking at his verdict by declaring those 4 seats vacant, do you think he was right with the decision?
I mean, it's a lot of debate has been happening about this. One of which I will cite is Professor Kuku Azar. Okay. He says the Article 97 is not about the future. Now, let's put it into context. So these people are going independent, and if they win, they are coming. Let's say the independent parliamentary candidate for Amenfi Central, which is Peter Yawachaka, wins next year's election. He is coming to parliament as independent. It is not part of this term. You understand?
Sure.
This term is going to end on the 6th of January 2025. So starting from 2025, January 7 will be another term of parliament, which will be the 9th parliament. Yes. So what people are saying is that the ruling in 2020, which was Okoye's time, and he declared the Formina seat vacant, was wrong. There has been an instance before where a member of parliament crossed carpets to join the CPP during the time of Nkoma, and then that helped them to form a one-party state.
Oh, okay.
So the intent or the intention, I'm saying what people are saying, the intention of the article is to prevent such occurrences during the term. So this 8th term, if the person decides to cross carpet to the other party within this same term, but not after another election, that's what people are also saying. You understand? But this is the case where these guys are seeking future ambitions. This same, section of parliament, which is the 8th one, is going to end on the 6th of January 2025.
So from what you are saying, that means the speaker should have waited for the parliament to end. Is that what you are saying?
That's what people are saying. And let me read portions of speakers' ruling to you. Let me start from point 13. The speaker says, honorable members, it has been suggested by some members that the provisions of Article 97, subsection 1, clause J and H, which address the vacating of a member of parliament seat due to defection, should be understood prospectively that they should apply only to future parliaments and not to the term of office of parliament when the actor occurred.
Okay.
14. The speaker says, while this argument may appear to offer a pragmatic approach, it must be firmly dismissed as both untenable and inconsistent with the constitutional purpose of this article. And then he says, one may ask, what is the Article 97 purpose to do? To my understanding, that is speaker's understanding, is to preserve party loyalty. This is where it gets interesting. And gender trust representation through which an MP's term of office. So let me cite the 10 also. The 10, the speaker made mention of the concept of defection. Okay. That's crossing carpet to other side. They say the concept of defection raises significant concerns about the integrity of political representation. And it says, when voters elect a candidate, they do so based on not only on the individual's personal qualities, not because I am called Isaac or because people see me to be handsome or ugly, but according to the speaker, they do so based on the political party platform they represent. Someone may not like you. We've been hearing people say, me, I'm NPP. So even if this water is standing for NPP, I'll vote for him. You understand? Or her, you understand? So people do so because of the party with which you came with. So party switching or differentiation therefore cannot be seen as a breach of mandate and social contract between the MP and their constituents. You understand? And then let me ask yourself, the constituents, me that voting for you, Isaac, to represent me in, let's say, Oyibi constituency, I voted for you with the mindset that you are going to represent me for 4 years. Go to parliament and you say you are going, the next one, you'll be going on the ticket of the NPP. How does that affect the contract we had? The period within which the voter elected you to represent him or her. I elect you to represent me within a 4-year period. After which, what you choose to use your life for or your allegiance or trust for is not my business.
Okay.
I can decide to either vote for you again as independent or on the ticket of another party. That's my discretion.
Okay.
So if you you decide to, yes, let me finish my term, but next year's election I am going as independent. I think that do not affect this. But I mean, again, it's occurred in 2020, and I'll come to the NPP why they are crying and why they should not be crying. I mean, it's funny and dangerous at the same time.
Why
Like
the
I said,
MPP are crying?
now, and why they should not be crying?
So why are they crying?
Yes, I mean, this has happened before in the case of the Formina MP.
Okay.
In 2012, Joe Wise, who is now the second deputy speaker of Parliament, so first deputy speaker of Parliament, came to Parliament as an independent candidate. And then in the next election, he joined the NPP. Asked myself he asked me if he
joined the NPP as in for business or
no, let me wait. Wait. He came to Parliament
as an independent candidate. Yes.
And the next election, he joined the NPP as their candidate.
Their candidate for Formina.
No. That was in Asante region. Yeah. Joe Wise is Asante.
Okay.
Yes. That one, he did not vacate his seat. But why this is becoming so is, it's like I said, it happened in 2020, where the NPP, where they felt, I mean, they've been, their member has betrayed them, so they invoked the article. And according to many, the interpretation the then speaker gave was wrong, because that shouldn't be the case. It should be within the mandate.
Okay.
If, like, after 2 years, I decide to join NDC or NPP, then you say I vacate my seat. But I'm saying in my next line of action, I'll go as independent or I'll go to join NDC, even though I am NPP. That do not affect the mandate with which my people gave me. You understand? That's what people are saying. And I side with them, because it is about the 9th Parliament. The election is going to give us representation for the 9th Parliament. It is not about this Parliament. Kwati Aka, who is affected, is my MP.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm MP Central.
Okay. So
that's where I voted.
Okay.
So he's my.
So you voted for him?
That one I cannot say.
Okay, Abab.
But he's my MP. It's popular. I mean, whether I voted for him or not, he won. So he represents me. So now I don't have MP in Parliament.
Oh, okay.
So and I'm saying
now you don't have MP in Parliament. Okay,
yes.
I understand.
I don't have MP in Parliament.
Yes.
So what I mean is that while going to vote for Kwate Aka, I had it in mind that he's going to represent me within 4 years. And now Kwate Aka is not saying he's no more a member of the NDC. He's saying he's going to be an independent candidate in the next election, which gives us another form of representation in the 9th Parliament.
Which is the next one.
Yes.
Not this particular one.
Yes.
So this particular one, he's still a member
of the NDC.
NDC.
And he says NDC.
Okay.
And he says his future intention is going to contest as independent.
Okay. So because of our time, let's get the facts right. So did the speaker get it wrong this time?
Many are saying speaker got it wrong, and I side with them.
You side with what they are saying, but on your own verdict, he got it wrong.
Yes, I think he got it wrong. But like I said, it started from 2020. So
once upon a time, it has happened under the NPP.
Yes.
Okay.
It happened. And let me also cite, in 2004, a member of the NDC, an MP who was representing, is it Tamale Central or so, Wayo Sani, decided to cross carpets.
Okay.
To the NPP. He was an NDC member and decided to cross carpets.
Okay.
I don't know much about what happened to him. I don't think he vacated his seat though. But what it means is that the speaker got it wrong. And I will not blame the speaker that much, because it started with the previous speaker. And I will also not say because of that, I will not blame the speaker. Because last year someone shot someone, doesn't mean this year I should shoot someone. You understand?
Okay.
Someone's wrong should not be binding on me. And I like it when the speaker said their ruling is not binding on him. Okay. He says, I mean, he's like his own man.
Okay.
This ruling is from his own head and interpretation of, the article. But I'm saying he got it wrong.
Okay.
because the mandate I had with my MP Kwati Aka was for 4 years.
Indirectly, the independent candidate announcing him going for, or let's say the NDC candidate, which is your MP,
Yes.
announcing him going for independent candidate, that should be for the 9th parliament, not this particular 8th parliament.
Yes, yes.
So that means the speaker got it wrong there, because
Yes.
he declaring his independent candidate as in 9th, not 8th.
Yes.
So the speaker got it right.
Yes.
So let's see. Let's also come back to the parliament house. So I think we have a hanging parliament,
Yes.
which most of us, someone like me, I was thinking this parliament is going to be one of the most, let me use serious, one of the most serious parliaments we are going to see. Have you been disappointed in this hanging parliament, this particular 8th hanging parliament?
I like the question. Do you know how I see this parliament? I see a parliament where the NPP has like 50 members more than the NDC.
Why?
It's very funny. Like you said, I also thought the same. I thought there is going to be a parliament where the principle of, checking the executive will be massive. But here in the case, they pass laws, and at the end of the day, you don't see the meaning of the law, how the law affects the people of Ghana in a positive way. They do things like the normal parliament.
Like the normal parliament.
Yes. So I see a parliament where the ruling party has like 50 more members than the opposition, because they do nothing different.
Which is the minority.
Yes, they do nothing
So
different.
I said minority. NDC is still minority. Passing through the right channel, they are still the minority, right?
Many said they enjoy 24-hour majority.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
because
okay.
from Thursday to Friday,
Yes.
before the Supreme Court ruling, they were majority.
Because I heard Atufosa declaring himself.
Yes, he was majority. After Speaker's declaration, he was majority.
He was majority.
But then after Supreme Court's ruling, they are still minority.
Okay.
But let's not talk about it. Let's say the NPP, NDC caucus. They've really disappointed me. I thought they were going to put the executive on it to check them very well. Excess spending, a lot of things has been happening that this, Parliament should have stood up and marked them boot for boot. We wouldn't have been where we are today as a country if this Parliament delivered up to the expectations.
Is the NPP the majority? I'm asking this question based on, we all know they are all of the same numbers. But there was one, Andrew Isiama, right, who decided to do business. He didn't declare himself as an MPP member, but he decided to do business with the MPP. So that means automatically he's still independent when we go to the Parliament House.
Yes.
Doing business with MPP, does that make the MPP the majority in Parliament House?
To that question, like you said, the Speaker is the head of the head of Parliament, and we all have been watching him. They have their their standing orders, they have their regulations and other things, and I think that qualifies the NPP to be majority.
Okay.
As the Speaker, also or the other members of Parliament, whether the NDC or NPP, they recognize themselves either as minority or majority. So let's not debate that.
Let's not debate that.
Yeah, I think
so. Who do you blame when we get to this level, calling the NPP majority? Because we heard the Speaker referring to the NPP severally as the majority in Parliament, which I don't think is supposed to be like that, because we have an independent candidate who didn't say he's a member of the New Patriotic Party, but rather to do business with them.
Let me tell you, in Parliament, it's about business. You understand? Parliamentary business. You understand? So the leader of parliamentary business is the majority leader.
Okay.
You understand? They do parliamentary business. You get me? So parliamentary business, if you join me to do parliamentary business, I become 138. You understand? And you become 137. Automatically, I am the majority.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So, and I think I've not been hearing the Speaker saying the NDC minority or the NPP majority. It's about majority caucus and the minority caucus. You understand? So I think that one is not debatable. They have their way of doing their things, and they recognize it to be so.
Okay. All right. So we're still on the Hard Truth right here on Ofed TV. I'm here with the big boss himself, Isaac, giving us details into what is happening at the Parliament House, which is this particular 8th Parliament. We saw the Speaker declaring 4 seats vacant. Yes. But yesterday we saw a video trended on social media, which is the New Patriotic Party, members of the New Patriotic Party, also saying, yes, the Supreme Court has a ruling in their favor, declaring them as the majority. Let's talk about the Supreme Court as well, because I don't know if you've seen stories trending on social media that the Supreme Court, since when then the Supreme Court starts having such rulings. Since when the Supreme Court starts having their mouth in the say of Parliament? Because looking at the judges that sat on the issue, most of the NDC, or let's say most of the minority or the opposition party, are saying they are NPP judges.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. If you say allegedly, let's say someone like Justice Kwame Asiedu, yes, it was once a candidate, a parliamentary candidate for the NPP under I think the first term of the current president, which is His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Two of us.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
Yes.
I
don't. But let me also give you an instance.
Okay.
Like we are talking about my MP for Amafi Central. Growing up, I saw my MP contesting on the circuit of the NPP. He lost. He went back to contest as independent. He lost. And now he contested twice as NDC and he won.
Yeah.
Are we going to go back to when he contested as NPP and say he is still an NPP member? What I'm saying is that people change. You understand? I don't know about that. I don't know whether it's true or not. But even if it's true, people change. You understand? Yes. So that is what I can say about that.
But the Supreme Court, looking at the Supreme Court with the verdicts they brought out, was that the right judgment?
Okay, so let me also say that the case is not over yet.
Yes.
This is a stay of execution. It is now halting the declaration of the speaker. So the speaker's declaration is been suspended. Now the MPs whose seats became vacant on Thursday are now reinstated. They are now members of parliament. You understand?
Okay.
Until the case is ruled on.
Okay.
So after the case is being ruled on, this is more like an injunction of a sort. So when the case is ruled on, the Supreme Court may decide to say, yes, the speaker was right.
Okay.
Or the speaker was wrong.
Once upon a time, the majority leader, which is Afenyo Market, declared the NPP boycotting parliament. So the right thing is that.
Yes.
So are they going back now?
Yes. So now things are like they were on Wednesday. They were against what happened on Thursday. But things are like Wednesday.
Okay. Because
Wednesday, the NPP were still the majority and the NDC being the minority.
Okay.
So now they are going back.
Okay. So let's look at the MPs trying to boycott parliament. The MPs trying to boycott parliament, we voted for them. So that means they are there to represent us. They are there to talk on our behalf. In this favor, I feel like at this particular time that Afenyo came out with this particular judgment, he was thinking more about the party than the people that voted for him, because you were voted for to represent us in parliament. But you boycotting parliament means you are more interested in your new patriotic party than the people that voted for you.
I think, do you know when democracy started? It started in the Greek city of Athens. And this is how it was being practiced. People will gather. So in this, and for those of us who've been staying in the small communities, this is not even outmoded yet. A Gongon Bita, or let's say information center, will announce we are going to meet the king on this decision, and the whole town or some members of the town will go and meet the king, and then they say, I am going to do A or B. Okay. Do you agree or not? And then they debate on it. But then it got to a time where society grew. Like the city of Accra, you cannot say all of Accra people should come here and meet and then decide on a matter. So we decided to do representative democracy. That's where parliament comes in. So I get your question. You are representing me. I voted for you. I cannot go to parliament because the seats are 275.
Yes, boss.
And even the people in my community at Emuni is like 1,000. We cannot go to parliament. So we voted for you. I have so many issues about how this parliament works. You cannot say because of your party, you are boycotting parliament and leaving my interests at stake.
Okay.
That's very wrong. And it's been happening. And I think it's about time we speak against it. It happened during the E-Levy time. E-Levy was something that we were all against. Because you cannot, I don't have much in my wallet. Okay. And if I send 1,000 Ghana cedis, you cannot be deducting unnecessarily from it. When I go and buy something, you tax me already. And my mobile money too, you tax me. So that was the time where the NDC caucus should have stood up At the time, Adwa Safu was not in Ghana.
In Ghana.
So
we saw someone in parliament like her.
That one is another thing. So they were 137, 137.
Uh-huh.
You know what happened? They decided to stage a walkout. And then when they staged the walkout, NPP passed the bill, which is very, 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 nonsensical to me. So, this thing, it doesn't make sense in any way. You represent me, and you must always, me. Yeah, I think they don't know. As a member of parliament, your primary function is representation. And maybe other functions is for you to make laws or pass bills.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So your primary function must at all times be upheld.
We can't go much into it because of our time. But let's try and wrap up with this final question. Are we, or let's say, are the parliamentarians, which is both sides, the NPP and NDC, have they failed we as Ghanaians?
They failed we. Like I said, I'm not feeling the kind of representation.
Okay.
In a proper manner, my MP, when a bill comes out, as a bill as controversial as e-levy, you need to go to your community, organize town hall meetings. You are not the most sensible person in your community. It's a privilege that you are representing your grandfather. Some of them are 32, 45, and we have 60 years old. We have kings, paramount kings in their constituencies. You are not most sensible among them. You need to go, sit down with them. This is what is happening in parliament. What should I go and say? But do you know what they do? They abide by the bidding of their party whips.
Okay.
So when Anodon Prayer or what was the name, Gavins Agboza, decide that we are voting A, then the MP who is supposed to represent me will say, I am voting because NDC say we are voting A. Or the MPP say we are voting B. It doesn't make sense. Parliament has failed us.
Big time.
Big time.
So do you think they think more of the party than we Ghanaians?
That's what they think. And that's where we Ghanaians, we are also supposed to be thinking. We should be thinking. We give our rights to people who are not doing what they are supposed to do for us. We should revise it. It shouldn't be just because I am NDC or NPP or because of this. If your MP is not doing what he's supposed to do, forget about the party with which and vote for someone who can do what you want him or her to do for you.
Okay. So what do you think as citizens? What do you think we should do this time right to prevent this or to prevent what we are seeing at the Parliament House?
One thing, I am one person who is against an MP losing primaries and going independent. It doesn't make sense to me. But let me tell people, if you are in a constituency where NPP has been winning and you think you're not getting what you need to get from it, if you think the independent candidate is the right choice to represent your interest, vote for him or her. Let's vote for people who can represent us and take the partisan politics at the back of our minds when we are behind the ballot paper.
Episode of The Hard Truth right here on Offer TV. And I'd like to plead with you guys watching this particular channel, which is Offer TV, to like and share the video you're watching. Like and share the video you watch. I'd like to say a very big thank you to my guest, which is my big boss himself, Isaac Donko. He's a journalist with the Modern Ghana. Yes, he writes a lot. He is a good writer to us. So if you want someone to write a book for you, you can contact him to us. And also, a big thank you to Enigma. Yes, where we are sitting, this is a very beautiful place. Yes, it's Enigma Eatery. So anything you want to have fun, just get to Enigma right here at OUB. And also to my cameraman, Give Joy. Thank you for bringing us this beautiful video. We say God bless you. And to everybody watching us, once again, kindly subscribe, like, and share the video you're watching. I'm Offer Isaac, coming for your black. Catch you same time, just come out. Bye-bye.